Well, hello everybody. Welcome. And I would like to personally thank all of my subscribers for um, commenting and all my new subscribers. Thank you. This past month has been amazing. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed. And yeah, actually, in just this month, I actually posted a lot of things on on this channel. I posted about every single zodiac sign and using the tarot cards they are associated with, and also the decans. Also, if you and I went through the sect of a chart. I have those in the I have videos on those as well. And actually, today is a brand new day. Yes, Neptune is no longer in Pisces. Yay! I'm going to share this chart with you. I'm excited and I'm going to share my natal chart as well, which is the inner ring. The inner circle is my natal chart. Yes, I'm a Sagittarius rising with a Sagittarius moon. Neptune is in Sagittarius. So if you are new here and you are interested in how the transits affect your chart, well, Neptune is out of my sign for good. Yay. Saturn is at 28 degrees of Pisces. And in about a week's time, I think about a week from now. No, um, not a week. Let's see. Today is Monday the 26th. Um, so Saturn enters Aries on hmm, let's see when. Um, I was looking at my calendar. I think I'll just move this in weeks because I think it'll be the 14th, 13th, 14th of February. 2, 3, and Saturn is right there. So actually, let's move this back into days because the 14th, the 13th. So the 13th for here, for the rest of the world overseas, it'll be the 14th of February. So Friday the 13th. Hey, wonderful. Friday the 13th, we have Saturn and Neptune in Aries on Friday the 13th. And then I'll all be in my fifth house. So if you're a Sagittarius rising like me, I put whole sign, use whole sign because it's easy. Although I also use Placidus as well too. But actually, for timing purposes, I use whole sign houses. And the ascendant is going to be in Leo, actually. um, let's move this an hour. Yeah, actually, yeah, so it'll be 4:20 something. And then we go back in minutes. 4 or 3. No, 4, oh, what? Nope. 4, 4:12 p.m. exactly. Well, yeah, around there. 4:12. Give or take a few seconds. So, yes, here is actually, I can even share with you the transit chart. We'll have Leo rising at at this time. The sun is still in Aquarius, because we are still in Aquarius season. Pluto moved a degree, 4 degrees. Mars at 16 degrees, conjunct Vesta, the Vestal Virgin, and then the Sun and Venus. Actually, that's all before Saturn moves into Aries. Venus will be in Pisces. It'll conjunct Pallas Athena, the North Node, and Mercury. So, yes, if we go back in time or ahead, or from here, going ahead in time, but Venus moves into Pisces on the is it the 9th or the 10th? Let's see. The 10th. If we move this back, yeah, in minutes. It'll be the 10th. Yeah. Early in the morning on February 10th, Venus enters Pisces. Mercury will enter Pisces. Let's move that in a day. Mercury enters Pisces. Well, you know what? I'll just look I have on my note. In my notes, I have that. In my notes. Somewhere. All right. Yes, on the 10th, February 10th, Venus enters Pisces. Um, there's a full moon on the 1st of February. Mercury enters Pisces on the 6th. Yes. At what time? Well, it won't be, let's move this an hour. Um, yeah, here we have Mercury at 0 degrees, 3 minutes on the 6th at 3:29. So if we move this into back into minutes, 20 or 3 o'clock. Nope. Um, Here we are. Mercury 29 degrees 59 minutes. Aquarius. Move it in 2 more minutes. Okay. At 2:48 p.m. around there. Let's move this into seconds. 2:48 p.m. Yes, in 5 seconds. Well, this will be on the west coast. So yeah. Um, so it'll be for the rest of the world. In New Zealand, it'll be the 7th of February. That'll be Saturday, the 7th of February. But for the United States, it'll be on February 6th. We have Venus at 25 degrees of Aquarius, and that'll be Venus moves into Aquarius into Pisces on the 10th. But before that, Uranus, even before that, Uranus moves direct on February 3rd. Next Tuesday. Well, a week from tomorrow. Today I'm recording this on the 26th of January. So tomorrow's the 27th. Then the week from tomorrow, February 3rd, Uranus moves direct. So let's move this back 3 days. Uranus finally will be moving in a direct motion. At what time? Here we are. Uranus is no longer red. Let's move this back in minutes then. When you see this planet, Uranus, actually, let me display planets. I'll just share Uranus. Get rid of all of these. Uranus. And that. And we'll get rid of the dog star, Sirius, and Hippocrates. So all you can see is Uranus here. Let's move this back. See, it's now red. Move this a couple minutes more. And then we'll move it back. Seconds. At 6:32. No. Oops. Wait a minute. 6:33. Yes. 6:33. It's no longer red. 9:33 on the East Coast, or New York, or to Florida and Maine, and the East Coast of Canada that's the East Coast. So it'll be 3:30, right? 8:30. I'm sorry, 8:30. 3. 9:30. I'm sorry. No. And 3 hours, Stephen. Yes. 3 hours from 6 is 9:33. And then 2:33 a.m. in the overseas in London area, and all the overseas, yes. And then New Zealand will be the 4th. I believe. I believe it'll be the 4th of February. You'd have to double check your time zone, but you can also do this on astro.com. I can actually show you how. I showed you how to do this on astro.com also, but before I do that, I want to bring up all these other ones. Not that. Pluto, Chiron, Lilith, why not? Juno, Ceres, Pallas, um, the North and South Node, Descendant, MC, IC, and the part of Fortune. Why not? Cupido is in Capricorn. Okay, we don't need to. Okay. And then we'll move Vesta out of the way. Or Juno and the part of Fortune. We don't need that because that's not for this purpose of this video. Alrighty, so Uranus will be moving direct, and then 3 days later, Mercury enters Pisces, and then on the 10th, Venus moves into Pisces. On the 13th of February, Friday the 13th, yeah, Saturn enters Aries, and Pisces people, you should be really enjoying that because you have a beneficial planet, Venus, in your sign. Mercury is there too, but he's only going to be there for a short period of time. He's will be moving retrograde in March as well. And I believe, yeah, or at the end of February, actually. Yeah, Mercury moves retrograde on the 26th of February. Yeah. Through to March. Through to March. What? Let's see. March what? Mercury retrograde until March 8th, 19th. So pretty much the entire, when the sun is in Pisces, for the most part of Pisces season, Mercury will be retrograde in your sign, Pisces, which isn't a terrible thing. It was there last year in Aries went retrograde from Aries into Pisces, back to Pisces, but that's not a terrible thing. Not terrible at all. So let's move this into another week. And then another week. By this time, February 13th. Yep, Saturn will be in Aries. And then the 17th, we have a full moon. I'm sorry, a new moon on the 17th. I'm sorry. And it's also a solar eclipse. Not a lunar, it's a solar eclipse. I said that I said it was a lunar eclipse before, but this is a solar eclipse in Aquarius on the 17th of February. February. That's hard to say, isn't it? Yeah. Uh, let's move this back to hours because the moon will be moving to Pisces on the same day, on the 17th. It'll still be a new moon and it'll be a lunar eclipse at 28 degrees and I believe 48 minutes, right? 49 minutes. Yes. 28 degrees and 49 minutes. This this solar eclipse, lunar new moon, and we start the year of the horse with a solar return or solar eclipse. Also, the moon is void. um, so it'll be interesting. And then the sun moves into Pisces the next day, the 18th of February. And then we have a week of the sun in Pisces. And then the next day, the 26th, Mercury it goes retrograde. Yeah. So let's go a week. Mercury will be moving retrograde. See, here's Mercury in red is meaning it's retrograde. And that's the March 3rd. All right, let's move this back to the 26th. Here we are. Mercury is retrograde on the 26th of February. Yes, starts his retrograde motion. And he's really close to Venus here. Mars is in Aquarius. Will be in Aquarius until March 2nd, as I showed in another video. But this is a lunar new solar eclipse. This is a solar eclipse. We're having a lunar new year. I don't understand that myself, but we're going to be starting the fire horse with a solar eclipse and a lunar new year. uh, that's rare, I think. February starting out like that. The lunar new year, anyway, the year of the horse. Um. So yes. So there we are on the 26th of January now. Five more days to this month. And then on Sunday, the 1st of February, we'll have a full moon. Uh, 1st of February, we'll have a full moon. Yes. In Leo, which will oppose Pluto at first, and then Mars, and then the Sun, and then eventually the Moon will cross over, oppose Venus and Mercury. Let's move this into hours. So here we are opposing Mars. And then opposing, So it's opposing all of these planets in Aquarius. This full moon, and then eventually it'll oppose Mercury when it gets to 20, maybe on the 2nd of February. The moon is will be at 18 degrees. So yeah, it'll be opposing Venus and then Pluto. I'm sorry, Mercury, Venus. That's Venus and Mercury at 21 degrees and 49 minutes. All before Saturn moves into Pisces. I have a feeling something global, or either globally or um, something will occur at this time. I'm not sure where, um, but yeah, this full moon is there's gonna be a the nodes will be moving into Leo and Aquarius very soon. Let's move this into month. The nodes are moving into uh, yeah, Aquarius. The north node is in Aquarius. The south node will be in Leo. I believe August. Yeah, August or the end of July. Yes, the end of July. By the end of July, we'll have in the nodes in Leo, the south node in Leo, the north node in Aquarius. Jupiter will be in Leo at the time, and it'll be conjunct the sun. It'll be close to the sun. They're not exactly conjunct, but by degree, by one, at least two, 1.5 degrees, I think, almost about. Because this is at 5 degrees, 55 minutes. Jupiter is at that is at 5 degrees, 55 minutes. The sun at 4 degrees, 19 minutes. Well, I would consider those conjunct. They're within, and they're very close to each other. I would say, but if we move this back a day, no, we move this ahead, and then hours. So on the 29th or the 30th, the Sun and Jupiter will be exactly conjunct each other. Whoops, wait a minute. Uh, yeah. These are very 6 degrees, 25 minutes. Jupiter 6 degrees, 26 minutes. So that's close. That's close. Actually, if we move this in minutes, then it'll be exact at 27. Yeah. Um. No. Hmm. Hmm. How about we move this into hours then? This, okay. Are they going to be conjunct exactly? Huh. Uh, Move this ahead a minute. They will, yes, they will. At 5:04. 6 degrees, 24 minutes on July 29th. Okay. Very cool. And the moon will pose. The Jupiter will have a full moon then as well on the 29th of July. Let's see. The 29th of July. Hmm. And it'll be a full moon, yes. Just a regular full moon. No, it won't be an eclipse. I don't think so. Not this time. Or is that in August? Is the eclipse in August? We will have a lunar full moon eclipse. Lunar eclipse. Yes. We'll have a August 12th. We'll have a solar eclipse August 12th. And then a lunar eclipse on August 27th. Okay. So, Leo and Virgo season will have our eclipse. Yeah, our eclipse season starts August. Well, it's already started, but it's not. But the nodes aren't in Aquarius and Pisces and Leo. I'm sorry, Leo and Aquarius. We will have a solar eclipse on the 17th of February. Wow. Venus will conjunct the North Node as well on the 17th. Let's go. February 17th. 15th, 17th. Okay. Venus will conjunct the North Node. Yep. Here we are. Venus in Pisces conjuncts the North Node. And they're same at the same degree, 8 degrees, on February 17th. I know I'm jumping around. I'm sorry, everybody, but you know what? Hey, that's the way my it goes sometimes. Sorry about that. Um, I'm just going to stop my share because now I have my top deck here, and we are less than a week. Yeah, on Sunday. On Sunday. Can I reach for the cards? All right. Sunday, we have is our February starts on the February 1st, this Sunday. We're already on Monday, so Sunday is the first already. So, and the first card that that came out of of the deck is the Lovers card. Gemini making time to make a decision. This with this full moon. This week big decisions need to be made. Now that Neptune is out of Pisces and in Aries, bold, decisive moments this week. Because tomorrow, Mars will be conjunct Pluto. Mercury will conjunct Venus on Thursday, the 29th. And then we have our full moon on the 1st. And then we have, wow, the Princess of Wands. This is like the, yeah, the Princess of Wands. This is like the Queen of Wands, almost. Princesses and princes in this deck. Um, yeah, we don't have any kings or well, actually, we have. Let's see. Do we have kings in this deck? I don't know. Haven't used this deck in a while. We have princes. We have princesses. Uh, knights. I don't think there are any pages, or there's a queen. There's other kings, princes, knights, and princesses. Okay. Yeah. This doesn't have any kings. Just princesses, princes, and knights. Yeah. Princesses, princes, and knights. No kings or queens in this deck. So, and actually, then, yeah. All right. So we have the lovers. Time to make those decisions. Which way you're gonna go? Decide to go in with with this full moon coming up. I'm sure you can already feel it. We have the Princess of Wands, so lots of action to take. Uh, and then we have Mercury. Well, yeah, here's the planet, the Magus. Mercury. Well, Mercury is going to be making a big deal on the Thursday, the 29th, when he conjuncts Venus. Exactly, yeah. And then we have the 10 of discs. Wealth. Well, actually, actually, this is really cool. I like this because Aquarius and Leo energy is involved in this. I need to hold on. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. I'm back. I had to take an important call, and all right. So we have the lovers. This is a big decision. So we have decisions to make. The Princess of Wands, the Magus, Mercury. So we have, wow. Not only Gemini. And we have the planet Mercury that Gemini rules. The Magus. There's even more Mercury. The 10 of discs. We have Mercury glyph there as well. So it's going to be a week of communication, of decisions, um, maybe even communicating about your to others about decisions that you'll be making, need to be making. Um, let's see. um, trying to find something. But all right. Well, it'll turn up somewhere in my travels around here somewhere. So yeah, I was looking at my book of notes. So it's the 26th. Neptune is in Aries. Yay. Next month, a few weeks from now, Saturn will enter Aries, joining Neptune. But I'm sure a lot of Pisces are happy. And Neptune, people who are having the Neptunian, a Neptunian fog over there, and or maybe they become more spiritual. But now that Neptune is out of Pisces and in Aries, it'll be bold decision time, bold movements. Aries is bold. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves and each other. Um, if I missed anything, comment below. Or if you want to hear about anything that I've missed, um, or anything that I spoke about and forgot to go over, please let me know in the description, in the comments below. And actually, even say hello if you're new here, and I'll give you a heart. I'll respond to you. I will respond to my new subscribers. I'll reply a heart, or I may, if I have time, I'll even write a hello back and say oh and welcome to. And actually, if you say you're new to my channel, I will say hello and welcome to. So 2026 is already starting today. Starting today. We're going to have a going to be brand new inform energy going on. So yes. All right. Bye everybody.